All right, make sure everything's rolling. All right. I'm going to share this on Facebook. So if you're watching the replay, go ahead and fast forward it to something you like. Where's my share button? Ooh, share button. It's not the button I needed. Okay, what's going on? There we go. Share. Hello, Pam. I am just trying to share this to Facebook so that everyone share to group. And post. All right. Close that. All right. Hello, hello, everyone. Pam and Sandy and Gloria. Let me pop this into live chat so I don't miss anything. And pop out chat. Minimize that. Got it. I am still waiting for my special guest. Apparently I can't maneuver with one hand here. All right. Let's see, where did I stop? Hello, it's Cindy, Gloria, Pam, Cordelia. Anybody I missed, I do apologize. Diane of Oz, hello, hello. And oops, silence you. All right. How is everyone doing? While I'm waiting for my guest, I'm not sure what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and open a couple of Happy Meals that showed up today. And Ms. Maureen, you had asked about yours. It showed up today. Turn this so I can see my chat a little bit better. All right. Right. This one again is from Ms. Pryor. Oh, look it. Age to perfection. Ha ha. How cute. I love it. Sitting in a green dress in my green chair. Cordelia was just watching replays of one of the videos from yesterday. Yay, thank you. I'm sure the house we're staying in had as good an internet service as I could find, but I'm sorry. Carmen, hello, hello. Thank you, Maureen. It's such a cute birthday card. And this one is from Ms. Drake, Ms. Barbara, and Carol. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Make sure I'm not ripping something here. Oh, this one's pretty. From Ms. Barbara. Check this one out. Season's greetings. It's really pretty. I wonder if it's one that was created with the Cricut pin program, where you put the pin in and then it draws some of it, and then you put the blade in and then it cuts some of it. That is super pretty. Ooh, she sent some postage stamps too. Yep, she did. She made this with her Cricut maker. It's gorgeous. And then they just slide in a piece of fun, fancy paper behind for it to show through. Yeah, we're going to need these stamps to send out lots of happy mail. Ooh, very pretty. A little sticker that she made. Love that. Gorgeous card. Gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. There's that. And then we've got our special guest is going to be here soon. For some reason, she thought it was 7 her time, but it's 7 my time. Check out this one from our very own Jean. I love it. It's so pretty and vibrant. Very, very pretty. Nice rainbow effect and some shimmery stuff over the top of it too. It's really shiny and pretty. Very bright birthday card. Thank you, Jean. And then I got one more from Jean. I'm going to actually wait to open this one because it makes me so angry. We have the non-machinable and extra postage, okay, and they still ran it through the machine. So I need to take a picture before I open it and send it off to the post office because, yeah, they upped their prices. They need to take better care of my mail. So I will, yeah, I'll open that one next week. Pam says, now we know it's a she and they're not in Eastern time zone. That's right. So excited. And the dinosaurs are live on my shop. And I'll post the link should be in the description. It is in the link tree, chatwithsassy.com. Okay. But since she is on her way, I'm going to go ahead and show you what they are. And then when she gets here, we'll start working on the project. So let me lift this up. Okay. So when you download the file, you're going to get some PNGs and some ready to print JPEGs. Okay. This one is a PNG. So you can scale him any size. They do have a white background just in like the dinosaur. So if I took this dinosaur and overlapped it over another one, you're not going to see the dinosaur through this dinosaur. So the PNGs are stackable. There's our Santa Claus T-Rex. Hi, Dee. How are you doing? And Marguerite, thanks for popping in. Carol, I think I said hello, but you know, sometimes we need 2 hellos. This one is also in a PNG format, so you can make it bigger, smaller, however you like. This is our Stegosaurus with his reindeer antlers and his Rudolph nose. I did do it black only because I was thinking if you foiled it with red, you know, that would be red. Or if you have like stickles, lunar paste or something like that, you could definitely cover the nose with a different media to make it the red that you would like. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for the birthday card. Wait, no, was it a birthday card? I'm so lost now. Hey, where'd it go? No, the Christmas card. Yeah, this was really pretty. I haven't played with the pin functions on my machine yet. Here's our pterodactyl who is ready to be hanging her holly garland. Okay. She's super pretty. And again, she is in a PNG, so you can make it bigger or smaller, however you would like to do. Okay. Our little cheerleader spitter. She's got her ornaments on her tail. She's got her Christmas temporary tattoos going on. Again, she is in a PNG, so you can make it bigger or smaller. Okay. You're also going to get individual PNGs. I printed them all on the same page, but they're individual, so you can open them individually. And maybe you want a tree really big. Maybe you want a tree with your Dilophosaurus, a tree with your pterodactyl over above it. I did leave the tree blank because I have a ton of teeny little stamps that I could easily decorate my tree with. So I was thinking if somebody wanted to doodle and have fun with their tree, I left it blank. I left the stocking blank for the same reason. If you want to put some stamps on it, some snowflakes or something. Okay. We've got a couple of different packages. We've got a tall, skinny package there. And then I just got to check. Okay. And then we've got two packages, and this one's kind of askew, like maybe it's popping open a little bit because, you know, that. And then we have a dinosaur bone, you know, in case they want to play fetch or chew on something. We've got those. Okay. Now, again, these are all individual PNGs, so you can make them bigger, smaller, and they do have the white backing, so you can stack them and layer them. Okay. Now, here's one of two of your Jpegs. Okay. These are the ready to print Jpegs. So I've done a couple of slimline designs. This one is just stockings, and I thought it would be cute if you had, you know, you could do letters or just decorate them. Just something different, you know, not necessarily dinosaur-esque. And then I did 6 of these guys. And I was thinking, you know, if we did like a train, or not a chain, you know, a connector chain to them. If you had a sleigh, I mean, you could go really crazy with those. But I just thought it was cute to have 6 of them put on there. This is our other ready to print design. Okay. This one, you just print it and then cut it apart, and you have 4 ready to color panels. This way. My camera is backwards and it's hard to see where I'm at. Okay, so we're here. We have the pterodactyl, and see, I've shrunk her down. Okay, and then I just copy and pasted the tree a couple of times, and I flipped the image. So this is all the same tree, all of the same tree, and you can stretch them, you can make them fatter, you can do whatever you like once you have the PNG. Okay, and then I just positioned T-Rex back there because, you know, T-Rex is going to be taller than some trees. Maybe they're setting up their tree lot. You could hang a sign across that. Again, nice and blank, so you can decorate those up with some squiggles and wiggles and a lot of fun. Okay, let me make sure everything's going good over here. All right, and then we have this one. See how all the packages are crisscrossed on each other? That's your PNG with the white backing, which means you can overlap everything and you won't be able to see the stuff through there. And there's our special guest. She's trying to connect now. We're still waiting for her audio. And are you upside down? I see her eyeball. But I'm not hearing. Why am I not hearing anything?
Hey.
There you are.
Hi.
Yay. All right. If we could hear in the chat, can you hear and see Benny Penny okay? To me, she looks upside down. Is she upside down to you guys?
Oh, probably.
I could
Let's
go
do this.
YouTube and see.
How's that? Is that better?
Yes, I think it just needs to catch up with my YouTube. And there's the turn, and you are now straight. Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
Welcome, Betty Penny.
Thank you.
I'm just got 2 more to show off, and then I will be right back with you, and we can get to crafting.
Whoop, whoop.
Where's my spotlight button? Can I not spotlight me? Speaker. I'm speaking. Oh, no, I'm speaking. How rude. Okay, view gallery. Okay, click on me. I want to. Interesting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't make it zoom me. No, not that. Okay. What that can I do? So, mute, choose. So my participants, I've got them, got the video. Sorry guys, I can't spotlight this, but hopefully you guys can see enough detail. And then I need to escape that so I can see my comments. Okay, so we're going to zoom in. So this one, I've taken the same stegosaurus and I've shrunk him down. So we have like a mom or a dad and the little baby, their little packages in the forest. Again, we're leaving the trees plain so you can do the decorating. And then our last one is T-Rex, checking out all the presents. Maybe he's leaving them there for his friends. And these are the same packages. We just laid one down, flipped, rotated, make some bigger. This one here, I made it more square than rectangle. Okay, so you can definitely size these up any way you like, especially if you have the PNGs. But if you're in a hurry, we do, like I said, have the quick print and go. And if you got little kiddos for Christmas, how fun would it be to print them up some coloring pages? Okay. You had it when you chose speaker. Okay. Which is weird because in my view, it showed Miss Bitty Penny was talking. All right. So how are you doing, Miss Penny?
I am good. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible guest. I was so late today.
That's okay. That gave me
so
time.
glad you're like, well, I'm going live because I was still cooking dinner.
Oh no.
Luckily, I have an 11-year-old who can take over because he's been learning to cook with me in the kitchen for like the last year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, skillet fries, take over.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had a little bit of time, so we did some Happy Mail.
Yay.
And that did give me an opportunity to open or show the dinosaurs. So that
all the goodies.
Yeah.
I've got mine ready to go.
Now, see, I like what you did with yours. What is that? Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah. So, I just had fun this morning with the files. And I typed up this line here. So rah, 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 rah kind of thing. And I sized it to be a card front. you know, and so I gave myself two of them, one with the awesome T-Rex, and I did a wrap with the text so that it wrapped around him, but not through him. That's important. And then with this one, I just wanted to give myself this in case I wanted it like as a background paper.
Yeah.
And then another thing I did was I Googled like Christmas dino puns and got some ideas about sentiments that I might want to put with them, and just looked at your images. So, you know, hope your Christmas is dynamite and your new year is roaring with joy. That was one I got. Now this one I kind of made up, wishing you a sparkle-tastic Christmas. You always know how to shine. I came up with that one for this fabulous character here because she's shiny. And then yeah, and then I played around a little more, like this one, Santa Claus is coming to town. Just kind of playing around, giving myself lots of options. I knew I wanted to put I knew I'd probably want to put these gifts everywhere, so I printed up some extras of those. Yep. And what I did is I printed mine on, this is one of my favorite papers, which is Spring Hill Digital Index. It's 110 pounds, but my printer loves it. Like this is the only cardstock that my printer really likes.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I also printed it on this mixed media paper that I have from Blick Art Supply, and I just cut it down to a 8.5 by 11. And ran it through there so that I could do mixed media if I wanted.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Say hello real quick. I did miss a bunch of lovelies popping in. Susie Fick, Kim in Alaska, Sherry Tyson. I thank you for being a new member to the Facebook group and my channel. I hope you have lots of fun. Melissa Crawford, hello. Melissa Music, thank you for joining today. If I have missed anyone, because I'm just glancing over the comments, take no offense. I appreciate you all for being here with us tonight, and we're gonna get crafty. So Miss Benny Penny's gonna have fun on her side, and we'll answer any questions that you have. So definitely pop them in the chatty chat. And I'm just going to pull some foil.
Ooh, fun.
You know, I do try to do my designs so that we can foil them. There's a little bit of a miss there, but these are tiny lines. It's actual my drawings. So sometimes they're thick lines, sometimes they're thin lines, and the thinner lines do sometimes miss the foil, but the detail is still really beautiful.
That looks good.
Some goodies.
I like that it's holographic. Like there's a whole arc of a rainbow there, and that's fabulous.
Yeah, these ones have like, this one had a little scale design in it. And then this one's got like an oil slick design in it. But yeah, so, and these are fun to foil, and you can ink blend over the top of it. It's really good to foil, then apply your mediums. And these are the ready to print ones, and you don't have to foil them by any means. You can just print, color, and have fun. So I just wanted to show you what they look like. A little bit of color from the foil. And then I too sent one of my images through on watercolor paper. Ta-da! Just love adding foil. And I'm gonna watercolor this guy. Oh, look at him, so nice. I'll save my little.
So you can watercolor with foil?
Yeah, you can just watercolor right over the top of it, and then wipe it off if it gets too much on there. It becomes kind of like a little barrier too. You know, it doesn't always let the ink seep through. Thank you again, Susie, for the happy birthday.
Yes. So did you have a great day yesterday?
I had beyond great day. It was absolutely fabulous.
Yay. Well, I know we all had fun hanging out with you. I think I fell asleep to your live last night. Now, I think I'd gotten up at 4 that morning. So I was down for the count by 9, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I fell asleep to everyone.
That's all right. I was shocked I was still running because I did the Instagram for an hour. I did Facebook for an hour. Then I did YouTube. And then I came back for another YouTube. And in between, I was hopping through other lives. I'm like, gotta go see Debbie J and then Tracy and then Simon.
Like, that is dedication. I tell you what.
I was like, yeah, I had nothing else to do. It's my birthday.
Yeah, I'll hop if I want to, right? I'm just kind of playing around. I meant to grab my acrylic paints for this, and so I thought I would try it with my gouache. It's totally working, but yeah. I wish I would have masked my dino. So I'm gonna have to go with my brush. I don't even know what I'm doing other than playing.
Gonna add, because I'm using watercolor paper, I can add quite a bit of water and see if we can get some fun effects with our color. Ooh, it actually looks really good on YouTube. Wow. I think my new internet setup is working pretty good.
Oh, tell me about your new internet setup. Are you still with Spectrum? Or did you change providers, or what'd you do?
Yeah, there's nobody else out here. So I'm still with Spectrum, but the first repair guy, he's like, well, I checked all your wires. They were just loose. And then the second guy is like, well, I checked all your wires. Your box is old and outdated. Because I had a system where it had the router and modem as one unit. And he's like, so if this happens again, you're going to need to call and change it. And so, well, it happened again. So I called to change it. And you know, it'd been like 2 weeks and I had no notice, no nothing. So I called. I'm like, you know, what's going on? Because it's not here. And I really want internet that works, especially at $80 a month.
Yes.
I'm tired of getting kicked out. And they're like, well, he didn't order it. I'm like, I was on the phone. Yes, he did.
Oh, gosh.
So he's like, well, we can send it out. It'll be a couple of days. I'm like, okay. Or and then he goes, or you can go stop at our store and pick one up. I was like, well, okay, where's your store? It's like 2 minutes from the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so why didn't the first guy say this? So I drive down there. I go in and I say, I'm supposed to pick up the 2-piece modem. And she's like, we don't carry those. We haven't carried them in like 8 months. And I'm like, wait, what? She's
that
like,
is the problem these days. It's just getting consistency and customer service. It's hard.
So I go into the parking lot. I'm on the phone for, no joke, an hour in their parking lot with their company. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, I don't understand. Like, you and me both. And she's like, but don't go anywhere. I'm trying to get it ordered for you. And it wouldn't let her order it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh my goodness. And so she had to finally transfer me to somebody else because I told her, I says, I was transferred 4 times today before I got to the guy that said, go pick it up. And she's like, yeah, I can see that. It's all right here. I'm like, So yeah, it finally showed up. I took out the one piece and added the two pieces, and then no joke, not even 4 days later, another setup showed up. So now I have to take another one back because they sent me a second one. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, you guys. But
Wow.
yeah, they said that the single box wasn't handling the new 5G setup that they had
that
going
makes sense.
on. So they were going back to a two-part system where you get the modem and everything individually. And the kids, I think it's working pretty good because, you know, even the kids are, oops, that green was a bit too much. We'll just keep going. The kids play their Xboxes while I'm live and everything seems to be rolling pretty good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, just arguing with it. Well, and it's not even really arguing. It's like, come on, just somebody do your job.
Yeah. Yeah. Just know your product, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or know that your stores aren't carrying it, you know.
That too. Yeah.
But yeah. So far so good.
Well, I think it's funny. I look up at the screen and I see what you're working on, and I'm like, we're essentially doing the same thing. We're coloring our green T-Rex right now.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. I'm like,
he is.
I had to do a big one so I can pin him to the wall, and then I'm gonna do a little one and get that one into a card format.
Yeah, I really wanted to print him big, like bigger than the card front, and only like have like a portion of him. I thought that would be really cool too, where he looked just ginormous over the gifts. And then I just kind of didn't get to it before the live. So I'll have to do that one later.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be making videos using these guys, making some cards.
Well, I was excited you invited me tonight. I love digitals. I love printables. And, you know, I'm totally here. I was so excited when I saw him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's got a kid that does some crafty stuff. He might even like to color some dinosaurs. So I was like,
I was definitely thinking of him too, like making some tags for him for his gifts out of these. I thought that would be really fun. Like we love just all things like Jurassic World and Park and all the fun Jurassic stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I've always really enjoyed dinosaurs. I remember drawing them for classroom projects, and I remember doing a digital one for back in the 90s. You know, it was a big big computer, but we did the asteroid coming down and the dinosaur looking up and everything going kablooey, and that was all through a computer system back in the day. And I don't know, they're really fun. And earlier this year we took the kids to Jurassic Quest drive-through.
Oh,
and that was, we had done it a few years ago in Washington, but it was a walk-through one because it was in the building. But they've added so many big dinosaurs that they're like life size, and so you drive by the megalodon and it's just huge, and you're like,
that is so
my
cool.
Goodness. So
yeah, my son has a megalodon tooth in his collection.
That's awesome.
Okay, does that look good? Yeah, it does look good. Good job. You turned it off? Okay. So since I have an 11-year-old cooking skillet potatoes, I told him he could come interrupt me.
Yes, definitely.
So what does he do? He takes a picture and he's like, this is what they look like. I think I'm done. I was like, yeah, they look good.
Awesome. Smart kiddo.
He is.
Like, okay,
He
we're just gonna
is.
take a photo.
Exactly. Very smart kiddo. Yeah, we made a Harry Potter card together on my channel. He made Tom Riddle's diary.
Yep. Yeah, I watched that. I was really impressed. He did a good job.
Oh, me too. I was impressed as well. He had so much fun in my craft room and he was just on it. Like he recorded that video by him. Like he pressed the start and the stop every time. I edited it for him, but he like the voiceover, he didn't even watch the edited version. And you can appreciate this because you're a content creator, but like he didn't even watch the edited version. We did one shot with the voiceover. And I mean, I was just like, man, you're basically at professional status on your first,
that's awesome.
on your first go. It's a generational thing though, right? Because YouTube is totally in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep. My son, he's been doing a lot of TikTok shorts for his gaming. And he's got like 3,000 people that follow him. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, and I was like 3,000 and some because I just found out about it. I'm like, man, you could have told me. That's awesome.
Aw. Yeah.
But yeah, he's just funny. Cindy Decker, hello. Debbie J, how are you doing?
Hi, Debbie J.
See, Susie Fick says, yeah, Spectrum sent us all new TV equipment after a service call. Now, that's why I don't understand why they don't do that for us. My friend used reverse ageism in the store, asked for the youngest staffer. That's funny. Microchip problem. Yeah, the one repair guy said there was a lot of information flowing through the lines and it was bogging down the older systems. Cindy, she says, what is your internet speed from Spectrum? For $80, my max is 10 for my upload. And let me tell you, it has recently gotten to the 8, almost 9. Before it used to be 6, 5, 3 for my upload speed.
I should probably pay attention to such things, but I don't. I have Spectrum as well. But definitely some videos take longer. I keep trying to upload the videos from when Debbie J and I were together crafting, but it was like 2 hours of video and Dropbox just can't handle it. So I'm going to have to like send her, I think I decided, I'm just going to have to edit it 2 different ways, send her one version, I'll keep one, and we'll make the most of it. Cause I know we both want to share it with everyone.
She says, ooh, love the dinosaurs. Can't wait to buy them. My grandson is sharks and dinosaurs minded. Yeah. And this is actually really great because one of the cards I need to make is for my nephew. He is into dinosaurs right now, and I'm going to make him. Did I print it? Yes, I did. It's right here, you dork. I'm going to take, I don't know if I'm going to do T-Rex. I think I'll do the Stegosaurus. I'm going to take the Stegosaurus, the big one. It might be too big. I might need to print it smaller because I was going to make like a card shape out of him. Yeah,
I thought of that too.
Print it smaller. Yeah, because that's not going to fit in an envelope to mail. What was I thinking? Yeah, if I make it fit a 5x7, because what then I'm going to do is if I make it, print it, cut it out, and then cut a second piece the same size, I can score the back half to make it a flippy card. That's what I will need to do. Will T-Rex work for that? Yeah, he's too big too. Oh, I gotta downsize my stuff. Let's give T-Rex some claws.
I'm giving mine some Christmas lights.
Yeah, I think I need some Nuvo drops for this guy. I'm gonna do some Nuvo drops in his hat and his toes. I'm gonna paint his toenails. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint his toenail. But we gotta throw in a background. I always forget to do that. My dirty water. Some blue sky. And then,
So I had told you my hubby was putting up Christmas lights that time, and he was playing Erica Badu, and I thought he was trying to lure me out there. And sure enough, the next day he's like, "Okay, fine. I really need your help." He has fully gone all out our yard. It's like, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Deck the Halls. We saw it for the first time this year, and I was like, "Yep." Danny DeVito's character, he wants to see his house from space, like on Google Maps or whatever. And he uses Christmas lights. And it's like, yeah, are you trying to see our house from space? But it looks so beautiful. It's so fun and festive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is nice.
Blue in there. Ooh, you know what? After this, we could stamp some snowflakes on this background. He's so shiny.
These are some wonky Christmas lights, but it'll be all right. Just fill it in.
Yep. Yeah, next year I have 2 brontosauruses that I'm working on. I just couldn't get them done. So next year will be some add-on parts, and one of them is going to be some Christmas lights. Because the dinosaurs need some big ones, and then the 2 brontosauruses and some other goodies. And then I'm thinking I want to do some gnomes next year. I got to do them early though, because I was not ready. You know, it's like December 8th and I'm just releasing some Christmas stuff.
Well, that's okay. Like, I'm done with Christmas, like as far as making cards and stuff, but like this is perfect for me just because it's one of those things where it's like my son just loves dinosaurs, and same thing, sharks, all those kinds of things. So now I have something special where I can spend some extra time and make him, you know, something special.
That's
so
awesome. Yeah. And I'm going to be sending my nieces and nephew the files to see if they want to be crafty, because they love it when I draw stuff for them, and I send them specialty cards. Like I'll send them a dinosaur card, and then I'll send them ones that they can color themselves.
Yes.
And they really enjoy it. And if you're out there, oh, go ahead.
That's one of the things I make sometimes for like my craft fairs, are like card kits for kids, where I'll just hand stamp different scenes for them, but they'll get to color them in. I'm gonna give them envelopes or whatever. Kids love that kind of thing. Yep.
Now, if you're out there and you want to sell cards with my designs, you can definitely do that. And you know, I'm not gonna chase you down if you print off a couple for your nieces and nephews. Just don't do an overabundance for like an entire school. Send them my way, because I do teacher discounts, okay, where they can just, it's only $5. They can purchase it for like $2.50 teacher discount and print it for their students.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, totally.
But yeah, and like what you do where you would print it, get it all ready, and have them color it, that's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah, and I'll put like 4 different ones in a pack. And then my kids, they love it when their friends make their birthday cards, and they like making birthday cards for their friends. So it's a fun thing. It's a crafty thing. And, my daughter, she'll just fill up a coloring book. Like she just loves to color. So she loves to have something that she can color and give away.
Awesome.
So I made up a sentiment, this Christmas tree Rex, which is why I colored him this green and am adding the Christmas lights to him. So I'm going to add that up there too. So, so you're talking about making plans of what you want to draw for next year. Are you doing anything different with your channel? Do you have like New Year's plans for your channel?
I am, when I
that you want to share.
Yeah. When I started this channel, I had some feedback from particularly one person who was like, you need to do 10-minute videos, quit with the long videos, quit. And I'm like, but I like the long videos,
Mm-hmm.
And over time, I have toned them down, but not that short.
Yeah.
And I was worried that I couldn't do anything else but cards. And so I was like, I don't do anything. I just do the cards. I do the cards. And then I was like, well, I'm going to sneak in something, like painting my ceramic things or the wooden things. And, I haven't had negative feedback. So there's going to be more of the things I love next year. We're going to do cards, stamp making. That's one thing I want to do is make a couple of stamps, hand carved. And then resin and just, all the stuff that I have in my craft room is going to come out and be
I think that's wonderful. It sounds like you and I are headed in the same, or not the same, but a similar direction then. Like, I love the New Year each year. I like having goals I love setting goals. Like my husband and I've always set like a year goal. What's our 5-year goal? What's, and I like setting goals. And so definitely this year, I've been thinking about that for my channel and making some changes and doing different things. And after doing the craft fair, I was like, I've got to start making more journals. And, I've kind of always felt like my channel is here just to serve as a way to connect with others, number one, and to share my journey. And my journey is not a straight line. My journey is not currently, really anything other than just finding joy and sharing it with others in my craft room. And I definitely consider myself a paper crafter. Card making has always been, well, it's not always, but for like since 2017, card making has definitely been something that's brought me a lot of joy, and I love it and I plan on continuing it. But I've also always enjoyed, making journals and painting and doing all kinds of things. So I have to go beyond the canvas of a card, and that is something that I will be doing a lot more. I need to expand my canvas, right? So I too will be doing that more in the new year on my channel as well. And, I hope that people will follow along with it. I hope they'll enjoy it. But, you have to find joy in what you're doing, because having a YouTube channel is work. It's work I enjoy. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy the connection. But it is work. And so it has to be fulfilling, and if doing, for me, 10-minute videos kind of stress me out because I'm a talker.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like I can express myself very well when I'm rushing in a 10-minute video. I understand, like in a hop, I really try to do that because I try to respect people's time, in that way.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, they have 5 other people that they not need, but probably
Right.
want to go see. And I don't want them to spend too much time here. So in hops, I definitely try to keep it short.
Yes.
But for me, a 20-minute video seems to be like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And the way I think about it is, well, if I'm creating 3 videos a week, that's essentially, and they're 20 minutes long on average, that's essentially an hour a week. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's excessive, and it's just what I like. And it's what people can come to expect from my channel. And I know some people would probably like shorter videos. They're like, get on with it or whatever.
That's what the fast forward's for.
Right. But we have to be true to ourselves. So, I think that that's really important. Well, I like seeing all kinds of stuff. So I'm glad you're going to be doing some of that stuff because I've never dived into resin or anything, but it'll be fun to vicariously live through your crafty adventures.
Yep. And that's Cindy says, I loved the ceramic frog painted with the alcohol inks. Oh, that makes my heart happy. And you will be seeing more of that. Okay. We do have a question for Betty Penny. What is the paint tray holder?
Oh,
like with seals very well.
Okay. So this is my Hemi Gouache set. And what it all comes as one set. Okay. So you get this nice case that does seal very well. And then you get all of these colors. So you get everything in one. So you can purchase these through Amazon. I don't know anyone else who sells them. It's fine. So these are jelly gouache is what they're called. But they're supposed to stay wet. I've had this one for about 6 months and I don't open them very often and they are kind of drying out. So it will be something that you have to reconstitute, but it seems to reconstitute pretty well. But yeah, so that's what this is. Definitely I could see. So these are the little cups and each one comes with like a foil seal on the top. You could definitely, and then let me just take a couple out here. So this is what the wells on the inside look like. You could definitely just buy it if you just wanted the palette and put a different medium or something in it. It's very cool. I do like it. It does seal pretty well, but I do prefer like the bottles of gouache would be my first preference, I have to say.
Yeah, I have the Arteza gouache and I really like them.
I do too, and I like it too.
I made myself some pan ones, but I didn't do it very good, so they didn't stick in there like they're supposed to. I think I need to revisit how to add them to the pan, little half pan things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like them, and they too reconstitute very well. Diane of Oz says our local zoos had an animatronic life-size dinosaur park. What? I want a life-size dinosaur park. That's so cool.
So I work for a company where it's a collectibles company and we sell all kinds of amazing things. But one of the things we sell, we have a nature and science department where we actually sell like dinosaur skeletons and artifacts and things to museums. Mm-hmm. And we had this really cool specimen that was a full thing. And this is not like the resin, molded or anything. Not that that's a bad thing. Like, I still really appreciate that. But it was authentic. And I was pregnant with my son when we had that piece, and I was an art handler. And I have this really funny photo. I have this huge belly, and the dinosaur kind of had his mouth open, and it was just at my height to where I could kind of stick my belly. I swear it was looked like he was taking a bite. It was just so funny. So that is one of the funniest pregnancy pictures I have, but very cool. I love the opportunity because I've grown up and going to art galleries and things, and I always just wanted to touch the art. And of course, that was never an option. So as an adult, to get to have that is a lot of fun. I don't do that job anymore. But when I did, I loved it. Handling Picassos and handling, these pieces. I got to handle Paul Revere's cutlery and stuff that he had made, his blacksmith work, like just being like, okay, Paul Revere made this and now I'm holding it. Just to hold it in your hands, it's just amazing.
Cordelia earlier, she had mentioned that she watched the Harry Potter journal and said he was great. So,
thanks.
Definitely something you could look into. Having your young man, he did a really good job. Joy, those are bots. Ms. Joy Harper, we don't allow external links. I am going to delete your comment. Thank you. Yeah, when they do those dot things, they're hoping people will go look at their spam thingies. And see, we got that question. Crystal's Creations, hello. And Jean, thank you. Jean, I did open one of your cards, but I got to take pictures of the other one because they ran it through when they weren't supposed to. So it got a little mangled. I'm hoping the inside is fine, but I'm going to open that one next week after I take pictures and mail it off to the post office. We spend a lot of money on our postage. We want it handled properly.
Right. For sure. And hey, Jean, I sure miss you. You're working too much.
And TR, hello. And TR says, Biddy Penny, you are amazing, full of surprises.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, Gloria, I actually can relate to this one. She says, has anyone seen a Tyrannosaur Rex named Sue in the Chicago Historical Museum? Yes, well, sort of. In Washington, they had the full-size replica of Sue at one of the museums there. And I was able to take my son to go see that. And even for being a replica, it was gorgeous.
Yes.
They did a beautiful job.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, I even appreciate very much like the replicas and everything. The Houston Nature and Science Museum has a really awesome dinosaur display that is just amazing. And it's just so cool to see the scale of everything, compared to you, with all the creatures compared to each other. And they recreated the habitats. It's just so fascinating. Very fascinating. I'm done with my first card. I'm going to keep going.
Yay! Look at him. Isn't he so cute? Oh my goodness. Oh, I haven't heard of that. Diane of Oz says, after reading the Dresden Files, I have wanted to go see Sue. Huh.
I have heard of that, but I don't know anything about it.
I'm writing that down because I like those informative thingies,
Mm-hmm.
Dresden Files. and it's a reading thing. So hopefully I can find it. Maybe somebody talks about it on YouTube. Not a reader, unless it's a Batman comic. I'll read those. But yeah, Sue says she is amazing and hardly believe they ever existed, right?
Yeah.
Sherry Tyson says the Science Museum in St. Paul, Minnesota has a really cool dino exhibit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google around here, see if they have another dino exhibit. I just love that stuff. And Crystal says she's loving the Christmas dino cards. Thank you, thank you. And the files are live. I do, for international people, I do apologize. I don't know why you guys can't use your currency to buy through my website. It's something I need to look into and always forget to do. But I have a special link that I will post in my business Facebook page, which is just Chat with Sassy. And yeah, so if you have any troubles and you're watching the replay and you can't get the file, you can email me at chatwithsassy@gmail.com and I can send you the special link that works international, which is funny because it's the same company that my website is through. But it'll let you pay for the product that way. It's just a very bizarre, won't let my international peeps pay. And if you guys purchase any of my product and want to share your creations, you can hashtag Chat with Sassy on Instagram and Facebook. And I check those hashtags every now and then to see if anybody's posting anything. Check out my trees. Focus. There we go.
Looking good. What are you coloring with, by the way?
These are the Brut Furners square barrel pencils. And I'm coloring on 80-pound accent opaque. They work really well. I mostly use the 65-pound accent opaque, but when I'm doing foiling, I do put it on a heavier card just because I like it. It's more luxurious. But yeah. Oh, Diana Voss says, LOL, it's not informed. Hey, shush. Diana Voss says, it's not informative. It's a fantasy wizard book series.
Oh, that sounds like it's right up your alley.
Yeah.
If I were to guess.
I don't, my mind skips too much to read a book.
Yeah, I have to read a lot at work every day. I used to enjoy reading more than I do now. Now it's just like my brain needs a break. I need to do and not read. So that's why me and Audible are like real close.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so I just love that Audible. That's one subscription I get a lot of value out of every month.
And Diane says he reanimates Sue and rides her around Chicago. Now that they need to make a movie of that. That would be awesome. Pam White, hello. She says if you go to Chicago, plan for at least 2 days at the museum. The museum is huge. It's in a museum district, art planetarium. And Gloria added, and the Science and Industry Museum. Huh. I wonder how far away that is from me. Oh, I forgot to color some tree back there. Is that tree? Yeah, that's tree. It's tree now. If it wasn't before, it is now. Get my little.
Are you traveling for the holidays?
Nope. Nope. Anybody that I feel family-wise worth visiting is all the way in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be making a trip out there next year. Two nieces, one niece from my husband's side is getting married, and then the niece from my side is getting married one weekend after each other. And they didn't even plan it that way because, you know, they don't talk to each other. I just thought it was kind of funny. I was like, hey, I can spend a whole week out there. And Pam says, wait, when? So hopefully I'll get to see Pam when I'm out there.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
My husband's like, are you taking me? And I was like, if you're going to take a week off of work, sure, we can leave the kids at home. I'm like, absolutely. Go drop you off. You can hang with your family, and I go visit Pam. I think I'm going to add some brown. I got too much green going on. I'm going to do a green base coat for my dinosaurs and then drop some brown over the top of it. And I like simple coloring. I don't do a lot of blending. And in my trees, you can see I just slapped in the colors. I'm a lazy colorist. Just slap in the colors and call it a good day. Oh, it's only 6 hours away from me. Thanks, Pam. TR's place. Yeah, I'm in Youngstown. So Youngstown to Chicago is only 6 in a little bit.
That's doable. It'd be a nice weekend getaway.
Yeah, I used to travel 8 hours to visit my parents from Spokane to Longview, Washington. That was a nice trip. Always enjoyed myself.
I love Washington. I have one of my close friends, one of my best friends is up in the Tacoma area. I really need to pay her a visit.
Yeah.
I climbed Mount Rainier one time with some friends.
Ooh,
and that was fun. Yeah, that was awesome. And we camped out in the Pinchot rainforest. And that was really magical too.
Nice.
Good times.
Good time. Yeah, I'm we're pretty much homebodies. We don't venture very much. And especially since we moved, it's like, yeah, do you want to go do this? And then we're like, yes. And then we're like, no. And then we're like, oh, maybe next time.
Sherry D.
We did do monster trucks this year, and we did do the drive-through Jurassic Quest. That was a lot of fun. And then we were planning some, looking for some Christmas lights. So I got to get on that. So I can't disappoint for that. I want to see some Christmas lights this year. Like doing
the town near us used to do a really neat display that you could drive through. And it was like 2 miles and just really large scale displays and like a couple of stories tall, like just really neat. And then they did away with it like a year before COVID hit and turned it into like decorating the downtown area. And it is so lame now. Like we don't even go anymore. We loved it when we could just cruise it was a real slow pace. I mean, 5 miles an hour because you don't want to miss anything and stay warm and cozy in the car and just enjoy the lights. And it was just spectacular. And now it's just kind of like, meh. I mean, not as entertaining.
Joyce, hello. Joyce is from Seattle. Awesome sauce.
Nice.
TR says that Google says I'm only 5.5 hours from her.
Ooh.
Maybe when we get our truck.
Maybe y'all can meet halfway.
Yeah, I gotta get my husband and I have to go to a judge and have our names legally changed.
Fun.
Yeah, because apparently we've just been lying all of these years. We didn't even know who we were. When we got married, the person filling out the paperwork, had Thomas put Mickelson on his marriage certificate, so it's Mickelson-Rogers, but Mickelson is not on his Social Security card. And when I went and said, hey, I'm married at the Washington license thing, I want to go by Costa-Rogers, they said, hey, that's fine. And over here in Ohio, they say, nope, nothing matches. And we're each 3 people because technically I should be Elizabeth Costa-Rogers Mickelson.
Wow.
But my Social Security is still on just plain Costa, so that's one person. My license is another person, and my marriage certificate says I'm another person. And my husband, I don't know how he managed it, but it's no lie. He's got the new Social Security that says Rogers, but he didn't go to court and have it changed. They just allowed him to change it that day. And I'm like, when I had mine changed, because I was born Cruz and I took on my stepdad's last name, they made me go and change it through the courts. And so we're not sure how he managed to drop the Mickelson on his Social Security card. It's really weird. But
wow.
We can't get our licenses changed over or my truck changed over because we have to fix the Social Security problem. And they're shut down. And I'm like, I don't want to mail you my stuff because I want it back.
Right.
And my postage keeps disappearing. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I've got mail that disappears all the time.
With a lot less crucial data involved.
Yeah. The neighbors. We did a good deed. The post office dropped their stuff off at our house the other day, but we didn't see them home. So I'm like, I'm not going over there and dropping it. So when I heard her car lock today, I walked over there. She's a hugger. I'm like, oh, okay, we're hugging. But she was very thankful and she's laughing. She's like, we didn't know what happened because she sent her son to go pick it up. And of course, we don't notice that. And they refunded all of her money. I'm like, well, Merry Christmas to you.
Right.
You still have it and you get your money back. All because the guy couldn't be bothered to read that we're 41 and she's 39. It's like, yeah, they don't exactly look the same. Man, that's a big 3 and a big 4 right there. But yeah, it's just funny. Here's some squiggly crayons. My dinos are looking pretty good.
I'm liking them. Yep. That foiling is cool. I didn't realize you could foil and do watercolor.
Oh yeah, you can foil, ink blend over it and stuff. You can do all the fun stuff.
Okay, do you use a mink or do you use a laminator?
I do have both the minks, the mama and the baby.
Because
I literally got sucked right into that. I was like, oh yeah, I need them all. And with me drawing, I was like, oh, this will be perfect. And it is. And I really love it.
I might go that direction versus I've just been really kind of resisting the foiling because it's like, gosh, then you have to have a machine and you've got to buy all the dyes. And it's just like,
that's different.
I've already
though.
spent so much in this hobby. It's like, oh gosh, I don't know.
If you're doing the mink laminator, you don't need those dyes.
Right. That's why I'm thinking, but I still want to foil. So but then I don't have a laser printer, but they're pretty inexpensive, I think. I don't know.
They unfortunately they keep fluctuating because of COVID, you know,
of course.
It put a lot of people at home, and so they needed the printers. I did get mine for $100, I think. It's a brother, and it works pretty good, and it's got the little back door, so I'm actually able to print heavier stuff. So like the watercolor paper.
Oh, nice.
I hold it in there and it sucks that in, and I just have to be careful. I don't know what's up with mine. The back has these little, I think they're the things that help the paper go up if it's going to go up, but if it's going to go straight, it always catches. So I reach my hand back there and I feel for the paper and push it down so it doesn't catch. And mine does print crooked. I'm not sure why, if it's just the heavy paper and it has to pull it through, but it does print crooked.
It doesn't print crooked when you're using regular paper, just when you're using that heavy paper,
heavier stuff.
Back. Yeah.
Because it doesn't really like the 80-pound either, but I send it through because like these printed crooked, but I can still use them.
Right.
They work really good. I just trim them down. So like this one's just a little funnier shaped, but yeah. I feel like he needs little gold antlers. I don't know why. Let's see if we can't do little gold antlers. I pulled up a reference for actual reindeer. So these are accurate antlers.
Nice.
For reindeers.
Oh, it was so sad the other day. I was driving out. My mother lives like 10 miles from me in a smaller town. And I was driving over to her house and there was like an 8-point buck that had gotten hit and was on the side of the road. And I was like, oh my goodness, his big rack was, it just was so obvious how big he was. And he had this big rack of horns and sad.
And those are scary because they can go up and through the car. I've encountered, I was in our Chevy Silverado. It was an older truck, and it had some beefy tires, and so it sat up quite a bit. And like a normal deer, you wouldn't be able to see in front of the car. And I'm driving, and I see this rack in front of the truck, and I'm just slamming on the brakes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't hit that. That thing was as big as the front of my truck. Yeah. And his rack, when he, because they go down and then they come up with their head in the running motion, that thing just cleared the top of the truck. And I'm like, oh, and all I could see was it coming through my windshield. But luckily, he was fast. I was quick. We both got out of each other's way. And I'm just like, good. That was the scariest. I've hit things. I've hit deer. I've hit the bear. But he was the scariest because you could just see all of the points on that thing. And I'm like, it was massive.
Yeah. In college, I always lived so remote when I was in college, and I lived on this like 300-acre ranch, and I drove a tiny little like Hyundai Accent, a small little two-door, tiny car.
Yeah.
And one night I was driving back home and this deer ran out and like ran into my car, like the passenger side door.
Oh no.
And she just bounced off and I heard my car like crunch, but then it just popped back out.
Lucky.
I know we were all just fine, but definitely it was funny. It's like, I didn't hit the deer hit me.
Yep. Yeah, I've been driving behind people, well, a person, and when they hit the deer, it rolled off the top of their car, went flying, and took off. And I'm like, what? Yeah, that was a trip. These things, sometimes they're extra bouncy.
Yes.
I had one roll off the roof of my car, and I told the inspector, I says, we looked for her, but I didn't see her. And he's like, yeah, sometimes the adrenaline just keeps them going.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do. They just keep a running. And I'm going to say hello to Jim because I saw his name pop in there. And Melissa K and Janine. Hello, hello, my lovelies.
Hello, everyone.
Jim says, what about driving up on a moose? Scared the crap out of me. My first trip to Maine. Yeah, we had some wild moose in Washington. I saw one on the side of the road and prayed for the person who hit it because they're huge. They are so huge. Now, let's see. Somebody said, okay. Crystal says she got her foiling machine, the Glimmer, for $75. Hobby Lobby did for a while have them at a good deal. They've got new ones in, so I don't know when they'll go back on sale. Cordelia says she has a Brother laser printer, but it won't take any cardstock. And then to that, Cindy asked, Cordelia, did you try using the single sheet feeder with the cardstock? And that's what I use. So all of my thicker paper, the 80-pound, the watercolor, there's a little flap that I flip it down, feed the paper in a little bit, and then I open the back. There's a little back door, and I can do a video on mine. So if yours is anything similar, we can hopefully work through it, because from all of my reading on all of the brothers, they're pretty much the same. So hopefully we can get yours printed. 3 Melissas in the chat. Yeah. Melissa K, Melissa M, and Melissa C. My Melissas are all in the house.
And I have a bunch of Marys that I'm close to on my channel. I got my Marys.
The Marys. And I'm not sure if I said hello to Pam White, but hello, Cindy Decker, Melissa K, Pam, my beautiful moderator. Do not ask her for links. She's just here to help with the trolls. All my links, I have none. I do have my social media links. They're in my link tree in the description box below. And in that link tree is also a link to chatwithsassy.com, where you can get your print and create designs. Look at my dinosaurs. They're so sparkly. And
hold
remember,
them up so we can see them closer.
Come on, zoom. It's there we go. We got to tip that foil out of there. But see, I'm a lazy colorer. So I put the dark color at the bottom and then just smooshed.
Well, there you go. Well,
all over it.
I just sprinkled like.
Oh, I like those.
I just sprinkled stuff on mine. So I think that's even more lazy. I use the infusions, which if people saw Debbie J and oh gosh, don't blank out. But Debbie J's live the other day. Why am I blanking? Who was she live with? Oh my gosh. And I talked to her today. from Monica from Tailor Made Cards for You. I think she used that in their live the other day. Whew. Gosh, and I talked to her today.
I want to get some of those, either color burst or, just somebody's stuff. And then Ms. TR is headed out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And Janine says she has an HP. It doesn't like thick paper either. Yeah, some of them don't, but if we can try and squeeze some ideas, we'll see what we can get printed for you. Okay, and packages. I need to color my packages.
Oh, I can smell the dinner I started. It smells so good.
Mm-hmm.
You might hear my stomach grumble.
Growling.
Yeah.
You like, feed me. I need some sustenance. Yep. Get some pink stripies. And for the crafters out there, if you're watching the replay and if you're in the viewing room there, if you ever have questions about what you can and cannot do with my images, feel free to contact me. You can reach me through Messenger. That's the quickest way ever, because it's like a text. I cannot let Messenger or my text go. Although sometimes, I don't know, I've been having problems with Messenger giving me my messages. It'll show that somebody sent something, but when I go to open it, it's not actually there. It's weird.
Yeah, but, I think I've been experiencing that as well.
It's like, okay. And then you wait a little bit, and like an hour later, it finally shows up. Oh, thanks for being late.
I've also noticed that YouTube lives aren't available as soon as they were before. Like just this last week or so, I'll see like someone was live and I'll be like, oh, I'll have to catch the replay. But then like the replay doesn't populate for a while. I don't know what's up with that.
I've seen people complaining about that. Like, where's your live? I'm like, well, I load them. I don't tell them not to.
Yeah, no, I know, like T was telling me like, hey, I have a live showing my first journals, and I was like so excited to see it, and it took a full day, almost a day to even be available.
That happened with yours. Somebody said, oh, I watched your live and I couldn't find it, and then it showed up the next day.
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe she was editing.
No, I don't.
Oh no, not me.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. Everything's a little wonky.
Yeah. Okay. My Cordelia says my cat overlords have their treats now. Cats are funny. My cat, we got the cat, and I was hoping the cat would be like a lovable cat, because my dog, she's old. She doesn't like to love too much anymore. She's like, yeah, give me my pets, give me my kiss goodnight, and then go away. And my cat is like, no pets, no petting me, no petties. And I'm like, rotten stinking cat. But she's so zoomy. She's so full of zoomies. She rages around the house, and it's like, what are you smoking? I don't know.
It kind of sounds like every cat I've ever lived with. I never could have cats growing up. My dad was not a fan of cats, and he like painted cars as his hobby. He would remodel cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it was really his side business, and he just couldn't have a cat around because they could run a paint job. So But when I was in college, I had cats and I had roommates with cats. And that kind of just sounds like how they always were. But I've always been, it's funny. I love cats, like in theory, and I like them in my art. I love them and, like, but I've just never really lived with them. And the ones I have lived with were extra zoomy and no petty.
Yeah, every cat I've ever owned was love me, love me, love me. Why aren't you loving me? And so this one is like way different. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I need to pet you.
I think they're cool. I really love their independence and I love the cat spirit for sure.
Yep. They are. And she's a beautiful cat. She's just bonkers sometimes. And I want to rage on this lady. And I'm like, be better. Just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I have to go pay my rent once a month. And I now get anxiety walking through the door because if she's there, I'm like, what am I going to do? Because she's the one that told me to just shut up because she can figure out how to count. And I'm like, in the last 3 months, I haven't seen her. I'm like, yeah, well, she was there today, but she was behind a different desk. So I didn't have to deal with her. And she is just, I swear she is on something. The conversation she was having, I'm like, give the person some time to breathe. Let yourself breathe. Say a sentence, put a pause, and then continue. And I'm like, and she's like, it's bad. I'm like, how she wanted this lady to give the baby's social security number. And I'm like, you shouldn't have that.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's a baby. You don't need that information.
No.
And she's like, but I don't need the ladies. I just need the babies. And I'm like, no, you don't. And she's like, what do they have? I'm like, well, if you don't even know what they have, then you obviously don't need it. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then the one lady, she's trying to find me on the computer and she finally gets off the phone, the crazy one. And she's like, you're on Steel Street. And I'm like, ugh. And I look very slowly over. I'm like, yeah. And then I look away and she's like, I knew I remembered you. I'm like, obviously you don't because you're the one that told me to shut up. I'm like, don't explode. Don't explode. Just walk out the door. Just walk out the door. But talk about anxiety. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Send your hubby. Make that his chore, his thing to do. Trade him. Be like, okay, what can I do so that you can do this?
Right? Yeah. Well, he sleeps. He gets off of work at either 8 or noon, depending if he's doing an 8-hour shift. And so he goes to bed. I get in the car and I go pay rent. And I'm like, ugh. Janine says, I'm not yelling. I love it. You just put those all in caps so I can see them. It's not working for Canada. I don't expect you to do it. Now, of course, that is I will look into it. We'll see what we'll help you with. Jim had to switch from Temptations to green treats due to crystals. Yeah, you guys, you gotta watch your pet treats because they add so much. Holy moly, people, everybody's going live. They add a lot of yucky yucks to pet treats anymore, and they're finding that they're killing our pets. So you got to find some all natural stuff for them. And that's the biggest, my expenses. I went from generic food to better food for my pets. Because, yeah, I was hearing some scary stuff on the news about these foods. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, my vet talked to us about how they're correlating grain-free diets in dogs to enlarged hearts and premature death.
Yeah, isn't
And
that crazy?
yeah, so she was like, just make sure you always, because she was on a grain-free diet. And she was like, I really want you to add grains. Like, she's fine, but add grains back into her diet. So
Yeah.
she loves it. I cook her steamed rice. And that's what I've kind of put. My dog has a very sensitive digestive system.
Yeah.
So, but she loves it. She thinks it's a treat.
Yeah. And my doggo, we had to stop feeding her all sorts of pet stuff because she went berserko with the itchy itch. And so we went from we're looking into the foods that only have minimal ingredients. So
yes.
We did the no grains, we did with grains, and I think it was a turkey allergy of all things. So we had to pull that, and so we traded her out for a seafood dog food, and she really likes that, and less itching.
Oh, good.
So now we think it's just, we get an occasional flea here and there, so we're getting them on their flea meds, and it's like, oh my goodness. And for a while there, we were giving her homemade stuff, but she totally woofs it down, and she abuses the real human food, and so she doesn't get that a lot. And it's like, sorry, Foxy, you get one bite of burger because you're a little dog. And she looks at you like you're starving her to death. Like, no, honey, you're not starving. You fat. You need a diet. But
do you have the 5 and below chain there where you live?
Yeah.
They have some of those bowls there that are like a spiral so that they have to eat slower. I saw them there. My daughter and I love to watch dog TikTok videos. And when we saw, we were like, oh, there they are. But we don't use them.
Nice. All right. So we have my dinosaur. He looks so happy. Happy dinosaur. Check him out. Pam says her daughter's dog is allergic to turkey. A brain food for Elizabeth's baby. Hamburger, rice, peas, and carrots. Yeah, that's a nice healthy meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. I feed my human kids generic food. They get chicken patties and egg rolls because I'm lazy. I'm like, here you go. Eat your dang top ramen. I lived on that. You can eat. My son, he requests it. I need some more top ramen. I'm like, How
old is he?
What we just discussed this the other day. How old is he? He was born in 2004. He's a 2004. She's 2006. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And so he's almost 18.
Oh yeah, that's the top ramen age.
And I'm like, well, and sandwiches, not like a little, like a sandwich. And I'm like, he's taller than me, and I'm almost 6 foot, and I'm just like,
oh my goodness,
stop. And he's got like a size 13 shoe, and I'm like, stop. When he was in grade school, he outgrew his dad's clothes. I'm like, I can't even do the hand-me-downs of his dad's clothes. I mean, what the heck?
Right. Well, my son's 11, and today they're homeschooled right now, and we have one really long desk where I work from home, and then I have my 2 kids on each side of me. And I was looking at him as he was typing, and I was like, oh my goodness, I think his hand is as big as mine. And sure enough, his hands are the same size as mine.
Yep.
And I was like, wait a second, let me see your feet. Cause I knew the last time we went shoe shopping that we were pretty close. Yeah. His foot's just as big as mine. I'm only 5'2" though. So it's hilarious. My 11-year-old is passing me by.
Yep. Bye-bye.
So long, short mama.
Yep.
It's got growing to do. I don't know what I'm doing. My first
That's all
card was a success. My second card is maybe a hot mess.
No, I'm liking the little Dinies. They're so cute. You could use them like a collage and then put stuff over them.
I was thinking like a slimline with all the gifts and then throw a couple of dinosaurs in the mix is kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know. We're going to have to see if that's going to work for me or not.
Well, on the plus side, you can hide them behind the packages.
Right?
Be like, okay, this one's just too brown. We'll just hide him a little bit behind this one.
Yeah, that's what's bothering me about that guy.
Could you spray some water droplets on him and pick out some of the colors and make him kind of spotty?
I actually tried to draw up the color and it's in there.
It's in there.
It is in there, but I did add some green. And then I think I'm going to try to add a little just like variation and see if that makes me happy. I added variation to this one, which is better.
Okay, and I got stuck in my comments. Sorry about that. We have spoiled puppies, dogs that like to play with little cat toys. And my dog, she's old, she doesn't play, but my cat, every night before bed, I crawl into bed and I say, bring me your ball. And she brings me her ball and I play fetch with the cat.
I love it.
Yeah, she flies all around the house or the bedroom trying to get the ball. It's hilarious. Really liking these Christmas dinos. Thank you, Pam. Gloria, thank you. She says you did an amazing job coloring your T-Rex.
I think so too. He looks great.
Janine says my kids love noodles too. They buy their own. Him in Alaska got the card from Pam. She laughed. It was hilarious. I thought mine was hilarious too. And Kim says, wow, I feel tall at 5'4".
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I was 5'3" at one point. I don't know if I'm already shrinking. I mean, I'm only in my 40s, but I am like solidly 5'2" now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be shrinking because my back is bad. My knees are bad. I'm like, yeah. Falling down the stairs. One stair. I missed one step. And
sorry.
I don't know. My auntie, she's like, so how's it going? And I said, I don't know if my back is, because right where your shoulder rotates in the back, had a lot of pressure and pain yesterday. And I mean, it even hurt to breathe a little. But I'm like, I don't know if it's because of the fall or if it's because of the sleeping arrangement. Our bed is like 10 years old. We need a new one. And she's like, oh, when did you fall? I'm like, yesterday. I took me a short trip down the stairs. I missed one step. And she's just laughing. You're not supposed to do that. I said, I know, but it was exciting. Let me tell you. I don't remember much. I remember my cup going out. And I says, I'm lucky I didn't smash my face because, I went down head first. I'm like, I don't know what happened. And then I was like, I'm lucky I didn't break my toes because something happened and my toenails, I hadn't cut them so they were a little long and they just smashed and shredded. And I'm just like, I didn't break my toes. So that's the plus. I didn't break a hip when I landed. I've got a bad knee and it's still creaking, but it's not falling apart. I don't know what the heck was going on there. But yeah, I don't recommend short trips down the stairs, guys. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I slipped. We had carpeted stairs in our old house. It was a 2-story, and I was carrying my daughter down, and I had her in my arms, and I slipped. And of course I grabbed her to hold her tight because I was going down, and I didn't want her to get hurt, but that meant I didn't really brace myself. And so, oh my goodness, I was in pain. I went to the doctor. Nothing was broken, luckily, but my son was in preschool at the time, and he made sure he went to school the next day to tell everyone that his mom broke her butt. And it was so funny. I got a call from his preschool teacher, and she's like, Miss Clayton, are you okay? I heard you broke your butt. Do you need anything? He told the whole class.
That's awesome. You broke your butt. Kids are awesome. They do the darndest things. And you're like, OMG, did they just yell that? We had a neighbor that my dad was really good friends with, and we were over there visiting, and they had the cutest little boy, and he went and disappeared into the back, and a little bit later he's screaming, Mom, come wipe my butt. And we're looking at each other laughing. The parents, of course, go bright red, and they're like, we're so sorry. And we're like, that is the funniest thing ever. Don't apologize for that. It just is too funny.
Yeah. Kids, it's fantastic.
Yep. Oops.
All right.
My parents were on the short side as well as my in-laws, so shortness runs in the family. But my hubby and younger son are 5'7". Yeah, we have tall and short people in my family. My grandma was actually a pretty tall woman. Yeah, Janine, she says, oh my goodness, Elizabeth, you should be careful. Yeah, usually I am, because stairs are my nemesis. I've had nightmares about stairs for as long as I can remember. And here we are, moved into a house with stairs. And yeah.
Yeah, when we had this house built, I was like, I want a 1-story. I never felt like in our old house that I could have both stories like cleaned. Of course I had 2 little babies.
Yeah.
But I just never felt like they were both clean at the same time. It was like I'd get one done and I would go up to the other and it was a mess again, or go down, and it was, I like having one. And plus plus the whole falling thing and everything. I was like, yeah, I'm over the 2-story.
Yep. My kids, that was one request. They're like, we want stairs. We want up and a down. And we're like, okay. And when we moved to Ohio, we looked for that. And now everybody is like, why? Why did we do this?
Mm-hmm.
The experience, we're done. We want single level.
Yes. Yeah.
So I just stamped some light snowflakes in there. I didn't want them really standing out because I want my other snowflakes to pop out. We're going to add some snowflake candies. Well, they're not candy, but oops. Probably shouldn't have done that. That's all right. Get that one out of his teethus. Got some snowflake sprinkles. Yeah. Gonna hang this masterpiece. Is that blue or white? I can hear you. Oh no, they're like a different blue. Okay. That one's broken. I saw some really pretty snowflakes today falling from the sky. They were landing on the window and then melting. and they were leaving some really cool patterns.
Oh my goodness, y'all have snow, huh?
Oh, yeah, it didn't stay. Little bitty flakes. I woke up early this morning and I text the hubby. I'm like, there's snow on the ground. Be careful. By the time I actually got out of bed, it was gone. I'm like, dang Ohio. I want my snow. Dang it. I need some snow. Quick question. When using the magic mat in your die cutting machines, do we put the cardstock on top, then die? Okay, so you want to put your paper and your die. So yes, that way the die cut cuts into your mat. Okay. And if you find that it's not cutting through, depending on your what you're using, you might have to use something else, because I know that some fancy dies will not cut with my magic mat. So with my
I have the same problem.
Gemini, I have that metal plate. So this is my sandwich for my Gemini Junior. Okay, it's way different than a lot of other people's, but this works for me. I have one clear, two magics, and the metal shim. So I put the paper, the die, and then these on top and run it through. And if it doesn't cut, then I do the paper, the die, and run it through. So I don't have to move much just to get it to work. But yeah. So some dies do not work with the magic mat, in my experience.
Mine too.
And then other dies, man, it's like magic. They just suck all of the little bits right out of there. And I'm all yapping, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be getting something, but I don't know what. I need the glue. I need the glue. I'm going to hang this little bad boy on my wall with my other art. It's going to be beautiful. Do you have a wall of art in your studio?
Yeah, actually we've been collecting a lot of new art for our house in general. And so I'm about to be doing a process where we take down everything and rehang and kind of redecorate the house.
Cool.
And so I imagine I'll be doing my studio as well. But I even got a little light. Like, I really don't like being on camera, like besides my hands, obviously. Yeah. But I did get, I do kind of have a little backdrop going on for when I do need to be facing the camera. And so I got a little light sign so I can put messages behind me, which I thought would be cool. Fun. Yeah. I was getting one for my hubby's media room, and I was like, I'll get one for my backdrop too, even though I do a forward or camera facing shot about once every 6 months.
Yeah.
That's about what I'm comfortable with right now.
Yeah. I want to get one more camera and see, because I haven't tried using a second camera since the Spectrum sent their new stuff, because I knew it was messing up my stream when I had my little picture-in-picture window. Because I don't mind showing my craziness, because if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And because I know some people really like seeing who they're talking to.
They do. And I do. I do. I just don't like it being me.
Yeah, right? You're like, yeah, it works for and that's fine too. You don't have to. But I'm okay with it, as long as most of my subbies are okay with it. But we'll make it work.
Oh, that's a good question. If anyone's talked to or heard from Linda lately, I haven't seen her in the chats. Now, I haven't been able to watch much YouTube lately, but I know she was having some scans done. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hope she's well. I love that
Yeah.
our community cares. I love that people think of each other, pray for each other, that people
it's
care.
free. I mean, it's the one thing we can do for free. It doesn't hurt anybody and whatnot. And it's like, I'm not a religious person, but I'll send out, my thoughts of, getting better and all that stuff. Oops, I missed the snowflake. But yeah, it's a nice thing. And I never knock anybody if they want to send me, their blessings or anything like that. I appreciate them.
Absolutely.
They think of me enough to speak with their higher powers. I think that's awesome. Oh, look at that's even awesome. This is layered, my friends. So something, and you can even layer with stamps. So you do a super light stamping, and then you go in with a more bold stamp, and you can stamp over it. Just like instead of using sequins, you just use another little stamp. But he looks so happy checking out the snowflakes. Oh. And yeah, he looks super cute with his pearly little toes and his little Santa hat with sparkles. Sparkly. Penny, wait, I just saw that. Oh, Jim says, Penny, your dino needs bows.
Bows? Oh, that's a good idea.
Janine, if you feel that you need to see how somebody's doing, that's to me a sign. If I ever feel, ooh, I'm wondering about this person, I'll just send them a text, and if they don't respond, I just don't, I don't get offended or anything, but it's out there, and then you're not like sitting on it and thinking, should I, shouldn't I? Definitely should.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I find the same thing. I'll be thinking of someone that I haven't spoken to in a dog's age or whatever. And then they'll call me and I'll be like, I promise I was just thinking of you today, or whatever, like,
yep.
It's funny how that happens.
Said, okay. Maureen did say she's waiting for results of her MRI. Melissa says I should have gotten a card swap from her. It still hasn't showed up. Yeah. It may not be her. It may be the postal as well. And OMG, I was supposed to mail out my card swap, and I'm looking at the pile of cards. So if you had me in Debbie J's card swap for a Christmas card, it's gonna be late, but you'll get it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe, yeah.
Everything with me is late these days.
Yep. Chicken and potatoes. What? Wait. Okay, I'm scrolling back. Pam, what's for dinner? She says chicken and potatoes.
Same thing here, Pam.
Nice.
Roasted chicken and skillet potatoes.
And then Jim also said that Penny's like the neighbor on Tool Time. Where you ever see that show, The Neighbor?
Oh, yeah.
He only shows like the eye part.
Yeah, over the fence and his hat.
You could totally do.
That's like hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Little fence, and when you look at the camera, it's just
actually there is a picture, I think it's on my Instagram, where it's just me peeking over a book. So it's essentially the same thing, but I was just peeking over a book. Like, I don't know. I've never been the selfie type. I don't do Facebook. Like, I'm very, I don't know. I won't say private because I have a YouTube channel, but I just don't share a lot of photos out publicly.
I take a lot of photos of my just whatever. And I used to take a lot of pictures of the kids, and now they're like, do not take a picture of me. And I'm like, you're so rude. But yeah, there's not a lot of pictures of me, but every so often I'm like, okay, we got to take one just so the kids have something to put up on my memorial.
Which hopefully will be a really long time from now.
Yeah, yeah, that would be nice. Okay, and I'm like reading all of the comments, you guys. I'm not like not here. I'm scrolling through comments because I know I feel like I've ignored you a little bit today, but just having some fun with the dinos. No, why am I highlighting? I don't need to highlight.
I like that Jim peeking over my craft supplies. Yes.
Oh, I just saw a comment. Where'd it go? Crystal said it. I am entered to win the new Cricut Maker through Barely Art. Yeah, if you guys don't follow Barely Art, you know, they're the company that does the glue. They have free printable. Uh-oh, Penny, we lost you. They have free printables on their website, and they're printable, or you can run them through your Cricut. There you are.
My phone wanted me to plug it in. Oh. We're good to go now.
So yeah, and then they do contests. They do things for kids and stuff. So if you're ever wanting to try a new adventure, you know, check out some websites that might be doing donations, giveaways, things like that.
I just need Barely Art glue to put out some more glue. My glue bottles are getting low, and the big bears are all sold out everywhere I'm looking, and this is all I have left, which, as much as I craft, that's not going to last me long.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, you know, yeah, because the refill bottle is 11 ounces, and these little guys are 4, and I've got 2 of them.
Me too.
I'm like, I need 2. I need 1 for each tip.
That's what I have. I have one with a thicker tip on, and I have one with a little thin tip on it.
And then
we're so alike.
Jim, he's still peeking over her craft supplies. Penny, the woman of mystery.
Yes.
Maureen had meatloaf, mashed taters, and lima beans.
Yum. I've been craving meatloaf. I need to make it.
Says I'm always the person taking pictures. I love taking pictures. Yeah, Jim's right. Everything's in short supply. They probably can't get their little bears.
I know. Something's off. Darn it. I know. It's only because I love it, you know? Only because it's an awesome product that I'm upset.
You know, and it's funny because you have the art glitter glue and you have the Barely Art glue. They're like the top names. And then some people have the reptile glue. And I was like looking into the Barely Art and the art glitter. And I'm like, okay, everybody loves it. So what I went with was the bear and the green. That's why I chose it. It wasn't like, I don't know. But I'm sure if I'd have bought the other one, it would have been, you know, my glue of choice. But I really like the Barely Art.
Yeah, I actually used to use art glitter glue, and I got away from it.
Oh, did you?
Because I noticed that it'll leave lines. So like when you're gluing things to your card bases and you open up your card base, there's like glue lines on the inside from where the glue was applied. And that really just kind of drove me nuts because, you know, you spend so long making a card and then the glue lines were showing. The other problem I had with it was, I guess I got a bottle that was like, got too cold.
Yeah.
And the consistency was just never right with it. And yeah, I just had some inconsistencies and some problems with it and so I was looking for last year, well, this really at the beginning of this year, I was kind of looking for all my new favorites. So I was looking for my new favorite black ink that was, for watercolor or alcohol coloring or whatever. And then I was looking for my new favorite glue.
Yeah.
And I kind of found them and I'm happy now. I just need to make sure I can get it.
I need it.
I just need it. Fully stocked, please.
Right.
All right. Well, I don't know if you're waiting on me. No, you're still crafting. Okay. I wanted to make sure.
No, I was like, I'm in no rush. And
okay.
I'm just gonna pull out a stencil and color my dinosaur with a stencil.
Okay, cool. I kind of was fumbling with this one, but I think I'm happy with it now. I just wasn't sure.
What's fun when you print them big, you can do whatever you want with them.
I know. I really wanted to print mine big. I wanted it to just be half of the card front. I'm going to do that. I will be doing that. All right. So I think this one's pretty much done. I should just add a sentiment. Oh, that's right. I wanted her to sparkle. So I'll have to add that.
Throw some sparkle in there.
Yes. I think I'm going to use, I hope your Christmas is dynamite and your new year is roaring with fun or joy.
Aww.
Joy. That will be the one.
Sounds awesome. Sauce.
I think I'll give this to my neighbors. They have 3 boys who are so much fun. I just love those boys. And so I think they could appreciate a dinosaur Christmas card. They're adventurous and fun little guys. It's so great getting to make a card during the week. I usually just craft like one day a week on Saturdays. I make all my YouTube videos for the upcoming week, and it's so nice to just sit here and craft with you on a Wednesday night. I don't ever do that.
Thank you. Yeah, I like crafting all week. Although I haven't had a lot of time this month. I'm like, what am I doing? Because last month and the month before, I had videos for days. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I think I wore myself out. That was just like 60 days of videos. I'm like, oh, I pooped.
For sure. My 9 to 5 has been like 7 to 8 every day. And it's over this whole year. And I took time off for Thanksgiving, and I realized kind of how burnout I was. And so I've really started scaling back in every possible way because I'm just maxed out, and I can see it, I can see it. I know when it's happening, and my body gives me signals like anxiety.
Yeah. Like, we're done. No. We're done. You've had enough.
Yeah. So I've definitely, been cutting corners and just pacing myself more. I think it's really important. Yeah.
Because it's so easy to overwork yourself. You're just running, and then you're like, oh, wait, I need to breathe.
Well, yeah, it's like when you're going with the momentum of just being busy, and you're just busy all the time. Yep. So between my job and YouTube channel, it's like 80 hours of work a week. And then I'm also a mom and a wife.
Yep.
And so it's like, ugh.
I don't have the job. I have anxiety and depression issues and, typical stuff. And
you're American.
So if I overdo it, then I throw myself into a self-doubt mode. And it's like, why am I doing this? Is it even worth it? What am I doing with my life?
I heard you say that yesterday, and all I could say, is I can relate. I think we all go through that.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Like, what would you do if you weren't doing this? Like, you have all the supplies, you have
Right.
the desire, the skills, you've built up all this, skills for YouTube and everything. So you've got to keep going,
Yeah.
unless it's just totally wrong for your life, which I respect. Sometimes, people already go a new direction. But yeah, I was thinking of you yesterday and I was like, oh, girl, we've all been there.
Yeah.
And you just slow down, but keep going.
Most of mine isn't from not wanting to do it. It's from, I know it's wrong because, I tell other people, it's just one bad comment. It's just one bad situation. And
Yeah.
it's like, sometimes it's empowering, and it's like, I need to quit. I need to quit. And then like after yesterday, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't even believe I think of it when I think of it. Because I have such lovely subbies, and I'm just,
yep. And you know what? It's like, I get it. I'm a person, I hate confrontation, and I hate just bad vibes. And I'm like an empath. I'm very sensitive. I can pick up on other people's feelings really strongly. And then, so I am an extremely sensitive person. I've always been one. And people problems cause me more anxiety than anything else. Like, I can find another job. I can do a lot of other things, but like problems with people stresses me out so bad.
Right.
So, I kind of had to make a pledge with myself with YouTube. I didn't do YouTube for a long time because I am so sensitive.
Yeah.
But then I kind of just had to make a pledge with myself, like, not everyone's going to like you.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to enjoy your methods and your perspective. And that has to be okay with me. And, so like when people unsubscribe, I actually just always like, oh, cool. Okay. No problem. Like it, I'm not talking to them obviously, but just in my own head, like, cool, no problem. They realize this isn't the place for them, but they don't leave me nasty comments or anything, and they're not rude. They're just realizing like, hey, this isn't for me. Maybe their interests have changed. Maybe my interests have changed. And so like, I just put it in a perspective of like, cool, everyone's finding their happiness. And that's okay. And I just kind of put everything in that perspective. I had someone early on my channel who just would be like the first person to watch my videos, and they would always give me a thumbs down. And so I made a card for them and I made a video for them. Awesome. And I just addressed it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the elephant in the room. And I just addressed it in the best way that I felt like I could. And it was so liberating for me. And the thumbs down really hasn't bothered me since. I mean, I don't want, and my husband and I have talked about it before. So that person who was so consistent and so reliable, we used to affectionately refer to them as my thumbs down friend. And, and it just made me giggle. And it was actually, I think they made me stronger and better. And they made me find more resolve straight out of the gate with my channel. Not to say it wouldn't bother me, because I think it always bothers you to an extent, but it is like a pact I had to make with myself. Like, and my husband and I were talking about it, and he was just like, they just may genuinely really not like that particular video or that particular card. And that's okay. I do like that YouTube just this week rolled out to where people can't see the dislikes any longer. They can only see the likes. Only the content creator themselves now can see the dislikes. And I think that's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I didn't know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention to them. I'm so bad. I'm like, I had to tell myself, you know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
right.
And you know, and I know I had to be okay with my channel growing slowly because, you know, and I try not to compare myself to other people.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still there. It's like, oh man, you know, just to get to
Comparison is the death
500
of
is like,
joy.
oh,
Yeah. You know, comparison just kills your joy. So
yes, it does.
yeah, you can't get caught in that trap.
Scaly scales,
Okay.
tectonic plates. Looks pretty darn good. Yeah, I think this summer I'll release these guys without their Christmas stuff, and then they can just be plain dinosaurs.
I think that would be cool. I mean, I like them like this, but honestly, when I was printing them up today, I was like, man, I would just like to have like a version of these for birthday cards and stuff. So
yeah. And I was just thinking that I was like, man, we need some accessories like balloons. These guys can be going to parties, little wine glasses.
mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna pop some bows on these two, thanks to Jim's suggestion.
Fabulous.
Then I think these will be done.
Okay. Hey, hello. And hi, special guest, Biddy Penny. Yes, it is. That's Miss Biddy Penny.
Yeah,
My
hi,
second
Shay.
special guest, because Debbie J was my first special guest last month for the turkeys. I liked my turkeys.
That was fun. Yeah.
But
well,
I learned from that
with
one.
You. Debbie J was with you for the Frankie and Marilyn too.
Yes. Did I have a guest with me with the turkeys?
I
almost forgot about Frankie.
Frankie
I
is
may not
cool.
have had a guest with the turkeys then, because I think you two are my only guests so far.
Bows.
You could have your kids cut them out and make ornaments with them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Poke little holes and make banners. You know, they could be holding up some signage. Put them above the stocking with their little names on them. Yeah, Kim, no, that would be Debbie is a Frankenstein and Biddy is a dinosaur. Because I don't think I had anybody with me with the turkeys. Because I was really late getting those done. I think I need to do like 1 or 2 months in advance. So like Christmas in October, Halloween in September, something like that. And I got to send a copy out to Pam. Ms. Pam, I'm going to send you a copy of these dinosaurs since you helped me inspire to make them. Sure, you got some little kiddos you know that might like this. So after the live, I'll send you a copy. Miss Pam. Although she probably isn't hearing that because she's having dinner.
So when someone purchases one of the printables, I purchased the Frankie and Marilyn and I just ran out of time. But is the file emailed or do you have to download it from your website? How do you get the file?
It should be emailed to you.
Okay. So like as an attachment.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love the bow.
Yeah, you should have a file for it. If you by accident deleted yours, just let me know and I'll send you another one.
Okay.
Okay.
I probably didn't. I'm terrible. I probably have 4 million emails in my box. I don't do great management.
Yeah, it's through Pulley or Big Cartel. I don't know how it shows up in your email, but it's either Pulley or Big Cartel is who's sending it. And Pulley is because Big Cartel is the website, and I can load the images, your viewing sample on that site, and the actual file is through Pulley, and they house all of the data part. And so when you make the sale, Pulley then sends you an email, and I get an email saying, I need to make the delivery. But yeah, I don't actually make the delivery. But it should be in there.
I think I like them with matching bows. All right.
And it's one of those ones where you don't have to go back to the website. So I liked that idea because you just get your email and that's that. It's all done.
Nice. Yeah, I like that too. Well, there for a while, I would purchase printables, but they had to be like downloaded within a specific time. And if you didn't download them that time, you just have to repurchase them. And that was always so frustrating for me because I'll purchase them with the intention of future use, but it doesn't mean I'm going to download them within 7 days, or 14 days. I need some time.
Yeah. Yep. I've purchased some that's like, oh wait, I know I purchased this and I got to go back and look for it.
Yeah. I really like it through Etsy because it keeps it all in one place for me.
Yeah.
So I do like that. Because I can go back through there and double check. And
I give kudos to anybody that's still with Etsy. That's some commitment because they are tyrannical about their pay me because we sent the person to you, pay me because they used a credit card, pay me because we had to upload the same image again.
Oh yeah, the fees are just,
oh my goodness,
wild. That's for sure. For me, it's just easy, and I'm a keep it as simple as possible person, and that's how they get my money. So
yeah,
and it is name recognition. Like most people are pretty comfortable with the platform, and so I can just say, "I find me on Etsy." I'm Bitty Penny everywhere, and it just makes it a little easier.
Yeah, it just.
But yes, the fees are wild.
The first sale, I was like, "Woo! I made $10," and then they charged me $9.89 for a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't. And with the Big Cartel, I pay them $10 a month, and then Pulley gets $6 a month, and that's it. I can upload, unload, redo.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So my biggest thing is I actually need to add some stuff, but for me, 3 sales of a $5 pack and that's paid for the month. I'm like, yay. So my Frankensteins, that paid for the system this month, and hopefully I'll sell a couple of these and that'll pay for the system next month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll eventually be making money when I start selling more than just a couple. But and that's me getting in my headspace is it even good enough? You know, stuff like that. And
Yes, it is.
I'm like, just put it out there. Just put it out there.
Yes. And who does it have to be good enough for anyways?
Yeah,
I mean,
right? They don't like it. They're just not going to buy it. I'm never going to know. It's going to be okay.
yes, yes, yes.
And then
And you'll only get better by pushing through those feelings and practicing more and doing more. That's only going to make you better.
Yep. And I was really shocked and stunned. You know, for months, I've had like 10 visitors to my shop. And then the other day I went to do something and I clicked through really fast and I had to go back. And I'm like, there were 200 visitors to my shop. And I've only got like 5 things to buy. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to get on it.
Yeah, that's awesome, girl. That is really good.
Yeah, I was stunned. And, you know, I was on Etsy longer than that. And I've only had 10 viewers on Etsy. So I was like, and I pushed them about the same. He's like, oh, you know, this is on Etsy. So yeah, it's really weird. Jim, thank you, my dear. He says, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Yeah. Gravel. Okay. Gotta lie down. Aw, Janine. She's sore. Poor thing. Get some rest. Oh, Jim, see, there you go. I need some Easter bunnies. And Easter bunny, maybe Cupid. We can do that. Okay. Penny, do you do as Tim Holtz says?
Something. Do I do what?
Do you do, Penny, you do, oh, I read it wrong. It's Penny, you do you, as Tim Holtz says.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like it when he says that. That makes me, it's like, yeah, I need to just embed that. And then sometimes I forget and it's like,
Yes. 100%.
Kim in Alaska says, I subscribe and unsubscribe constantly. Yep. I've done that. That's a good about handmade cards. You can personalize them. Yes. A dinosaur with antlers. Heck yeah. And they're true reindeer antlers. If you look up reindeer, that is how they are formed on their head. So yeah. I like my reindeer antlers. I'm going to pin this guy up on my, I'm going to pin him up. I'm going to paint his little toes. Uh-oh. Maybe. Oh, we have a clog, you guys. We have a clog. Crystal says, I want a big crafty bundle from Elizabeth. She was giving away craft goodies for her birthday. And yes, Crystal is absolutely 100% correct. I have a Instagram video, a Facebook Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends video. I have 2 YouTube videos, all from yesterday, with various goodies. Don't hesitate to leave some comments. Okay, I have lots of goodies and prizes still to give away. And this Sunday, I will be drawing names. I will probably have the names already drawn and then just let you guys know who won what. Because, you know, there's a lot of packages and I don't want to spend all day doing that. We'll make some cards and give those away on Sunday. Because I didn't give away enough cards yesterday. There's so many cards to give away. Oh, look at. He's got little pearly toes. Oh, no, this way. Can we see the
I like it with the stenciling.
Yeah, these nice big images. And if I'd have thought about it, I'd have switched it. I'd have used this stencil on the body and this one on the scales. I think would have been fun. Just switch their places. But yeah, I'm gonna add a
That's
pearly.
the great thing about a printable. You just print it up again. Give it a, do it again.
And his antlers are gonna be pearly. He's gonna be the prettiest little dude. And if you wanted to,
sorry, I'm just kind of coloring and painting because you're finishing up, but I won't have to finish this, just so you know.
I know I could keep crafting. I'm really bad about that. And then I'm awfully chatty and it's like, I just need to shut up and be done.
No, but I just wanted you to know you didn't have to wait on me. You're not like, oh my gosh, is this girl going to keep me here forever?
This, I love having all my crafts or the stuff where I can reach it. I have not used this much, accessories in years. And with everything on my craft desk, I'm constantly using my lunar paste and all this other stuff because it's all right there. It's insane. We got to do this guy's little nose.
My desk, I joke about it. My desk probably has 5,000 things on it, but it's exactly how I like it. I mean, it's not like YouTube pretty. It's not Instagram pretty, but it's so incredibly functional and it's what I like because for the same thing, it's it's right in front of me and I can grab it and put it to use right away. And that's what I like.
Yep. We could even put a gem or a pom-pom on the nose. That would be funny. Guys have little teeny pom-poms. Look at that. A little lunar paste red nose. And if you want your dinosaurs to be more girly, all you got to do is give them some eyelashes. And it's amazing. Just a silly eyelash will make your dinosaur a girl. Gonna get and just swoop. You want to swoop towards the front of the nose. Look at that. And then little bitty eyelashes. So now she's a girl.
Nice.
And so
is that a red pom-pom on the nose?
Nope, that's lunar paste.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I heard you say lunar paste, but I didn't see it.
Yep. So she is one happy reindeer because in winter it's the girls that have the antlers. Oh, I gotta go back down. I get stuck on my comments. There we go. Yeah, Gloria's got good word of mouth. She says, I was thinking of using Etsy for the glue toppers, but didn't. And her CRAFTY Facebook CRAFTY family helps her sell them. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Yeah, Diane of Oz. As soon as this is over, I will go into the pulley system and get that special link. And again, that will be in the Facebook business page chat with Sassy. Okay. And let me get that in case we don't have. No, that's Zoom. I need this. I need that. We're going to go here. We're going to go to Facebook. Maybe it's taking forever. Okay, and then chat with Sassy. Copy. Where's my comments? Right there. Okay, so that's the Facebook business page, and that is where I will be posting the international link. And hopefully next time I'll remember to post there before I go live. So my apologies for that. Okay, so I'm going to let you talk and I'm going to put this, no, where's that at? I need to be here. Zoom meeting, please. Thank you. I'm going to put it in speaker view. So if you want to show your wonderful goodies.
Okay,
Well,
show off the cards.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Let me just finish up this tree real quick. Well, it won't be finished, but fill in the first layer. All right. So let's see. I started with this card here. And yeah, so I printed this for those that are joining late. I printed a wrap around the dinosaur image, and then I did draw in some Christmas lights, and then I kind of came up with some punny Christmas message or sentiments that I had printed as well. But this is how I colored this one up. And then on the inside, it says, I hope your Christmas is dynamite and your new year is roaring with joy. So that was my first card. And this is just like gouache. It's all gouache is how I colored this one up. And then this one, I used some, let me grab them real quick because I don't use them often enough to remember what they're called. They're called infusions, but this is also like brusho essentially. So I used those to color up the dinosaurs, and then I added some alcohol markers, watercolored the gifts, and then used some pattern paper to create the sun line and use the same sentiment on the inside. So that's what I have so far. That's what I've made tonight. And then I just started this one, which is a fun little scene card that also comes in the digitals. Like the scene is already made, so just have to color it up really. So I grabbed my watercolors and just started that one. Yeah, welcome back, Pam.
Yeah, that rah, rah, rah. I love that one. That's fabulous. I do thank you so much for joining us today. I love seeing my stuff being used by others. I don't know why. It melts my heart.
Absolutely.
But I'll go through the kit again. Okay, and it's a $5 kit. And it does come with a limited use license, which means you can make cards, make things, and sell them. So, you know, if you print it, chop it up, make some banners, stuff like that. But they're so fabulous in the large version. If you know a kiddo that might like some artwork on their walls, you know, you can paint some of these up and just add your own stuff, you know, because you can pair it with stamping. You saw gouache there. This is actual watercolor here. And Nuvo drops, stamping, little bits. I mean, use your imagination or follow some videos. You know, I'm going to try and use these this month, make some more individual cards and projects. So your $5 kit is going to come with PNGs of each dinosaur. And that just means you can put them into a Word document and scale them to any size. And you'll be able to overlap them, and you're not going to see the one dinosaur through the other one. So they have a white core. Okay, you're going to get a PNG of this cutie and her little ornaments hanging out. Your T-Rex in his Santa Claus hat, super cute. You have your pterodactyl getting ready to hang some garland. This one was a lot of fun to do because I had to go in and make sure the little berries were solid. And then you're going to get, oops, nope. And your last PNGs, multiple, these are all individual, so you can just use your tree or just use your little stocking, okay? Your little presents, the little bone one, it just super cute, I think. And you can do the scenes like I've done, okay? And this is what I was talking about. They have that white core, so you're not going to see the other elements through anything. This is the one tree printed and reflected in the other direction, scaling to any size that you want. And these ones are on a JPEG, so these are just ready to print, and you just cut them into fourths, size them for your card, and color and have fun. And then I did do a set. This again is a JPEG, so it's ready to print and create. And you have just a slim line designs with your stockings, your little dinosaurs, and then this one here like a banner. And I'm hoping this gives you an idea that, you know, you can put two dinosaurs and really string something up. So, you know, I could put a little string at its mouth and then do a bunch of stockings that say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or something like that. So you can change it up. And this was just a simple little line I drew in there. Okay, so hopefully it inspires you to get crafty and creative. And with my digitals, if you're selling them, you can print them and sell them. Do not sell them as digital files, you know. But say like you have another company's files, I don't mind if you mix, but you have to make sure that other company does not mind that you mix. Because some companies say, you can't mix that. And then here's my other little guy. I just colored with some colored pencils and then did a little bit of ink blending. I almost forgot about him. Just saw him sitting over there. But that's with one of the little 4-pack here. Okay, that's that little guy right there, all ready to print. And I did foil mine, so hopefully that inspires ya. All right.
Oh, cool.
Back on gallery. There we go. Any questions? The bows made the card. Yeah. Those bows are so stinking cute on your dinosaurs.
Oh, thanks. That was all Jem's idea, and I like it too.
Yep. Maureen says, great cards. Love them all. Thank you. And
yes.
I think I'm all caught up on comments. If I missed your comment, if I missed you popping in, I do apologize. I really do appreciate everybody being here in the chat and keeping everybody company. And just hanging out with us is a lot of fun. And I've probably had Biddy Penny here long enough. She's like, okay, I got my dinner. I'm hungry. Time to go eat.
Yeah, let's go eat. Yum. But
Yum.
I had a blast.
Well, thank you.
I would love to do this again with you whenever you want.
Absolutely.
And I would totally be down. So thank you. It's an honor. And I love hanging out with everyone on a Wednesday night. How much fun is that? Such a great way to get over the hump.
Right? Hump day. Yep. And I do believe next Wednesday, I have another guest. We're going to be here with TR's place if everything goes according to plan. We're not 100% sure what we're going to be crafty, but I think it's either going to be the glimmer foiling or something else she mentioned. I'm terrible. That's why I keep all my emails. So I can go back and look. Except every now and then I do delete something I shouldn't. You know how that is. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. And I am headed over to the website to share the international link for you on the chat with Sassy. So that should be up and running very shortly. If you guys have any questions that I did miss, you can PM me on Messenger, Elizabeth Costa-Rogers. You can send me email at chatwithsassy. Or you can leave a comment down below after the live has ended, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you again, and we shall see you next week, Tuesday and Wednesday for me. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much, Bitty Penny.
Oh,
when
my pleasure.
Hit end, I think it's going to end it everywhere, so I might lose you. I appreciate it, and we will be doing this again.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, bye.